Halfway home in 2018, halfway to perfection. Notre Dame, steeled by 2 huge statement wins in a row, now sits as one of the top 5 teams in the land.
Irish excitement is spreading.
Joel, I think they're getting into the playoffs.
All the lofty hopes and dreams for this season can become reality, but there is still a lot of work to do.
It's nice to know that after 6 weeks that there's still, plenty of room for growth.
And you just need to go back 1 year
Kelly and the Irish are sent home humbled
to see how the weight of big expectations can quickly get you squashed.
It's hard not to get excited about that and get caught up in the hype.
Today, the focus shifts to a familiar foe.
It's good old-fashioned, get after it football.
Pitt returns to Notre Dame Stadium for the first time since the Panthers almost derailed 2012's run to the title game.
Notre Dame is going to survive a huge upset effort.
An upset is again on their mind.
It's going to be a tough team, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
We are too.
Live from Notre Dame Stadium, this is News Center 16's Countdown to Kickoff.
Let's give you some quick hits to get you ready for today's game.
Lindsey Stone and Mark Skoll Jr. join us. Luckily, they both still have their voice. Lindsey, we'll start with you and a look at one of the most electrifying parts of the Irish offense. Now from a guy who is never a question mark for the Irish to a unit that's answered a lot of questions. Let's send it down the sideline to Mark Skoll Jr.
Alex, the offensive line has faced some adversity this season. First, the O-line struggled early against Ball State, giving up 4 sacks, but quickly got in the rhythm the following week against Vanderbilt. Once everything started falling into place, the Irish lost guard and captain Alex Bars to an ACL and MCL injury against Stanford. But the Big Uglies haven't let anything stop them this season, and they don't expect their success to change.
You come to work the same way every day that we strive to. I think it's really easy to gel and learn how to communicate with each other, and that's the biggest part of offensive line play.
I think because we've always known that it's a next man up mentality. No matter what, you plan for this. You don't hope for this stuff, but you prepare for the worst. So the way we prepare and the closeness we have as a unit, it's symbolic.
Now their next test is today against Pitt. For more on the Panthers, I'll send it back to you, Alex.
All right, Mark, first a couple of Pitt player notes. Their leading tackler, Notre Dame's most potent offensive weapon, is only entering Game 3 of his season. The Countdown's Mark Skoll Jr. rejoins us with a look at how Dexter Williams is making up for that lost time. Mark?
That's right, guys. Dexter Williams was suspended for the first 4 games of the season, and in his first action of 2018, he made a statement right from the get-go. Dexter Williams had to wait his turn to play this season.
I love the game of football, and just having that taken away from me, it was a big loss. It was a feeling I never felt before.
But that feeling quickly ran away when he finally got back on the field.
Williams on the run, all the way for a touchdown!
Williams took his first rush of the season, 45 yards to the house.
First carry, I was just, it was a big hole, so I hit it, and I was like, man, I'm gone.
And that was just the beginning. In 2 games, he has already surpassed his rushing yard total from last season.
I think he's explosive. I think he gets into the second level, and he's an explosive back.
Everyone does their job and it gets open. No one's catching them. He'll make someone miss. He'll run someone over, and he'll definitely run by someone.
Williams ran by more than just someone. He's averaging just under 170 rushing yards per game and even had a 97-yard touchdown run against Virginia Tech last week.
Dexter Williams in a foot race!
His teammates love seeing him make the big plays, but they love the intensity he brings more.
He steps on the field. It doesn't matter if it's practice, walkthrough, he's bringing juice. And that's something that, you can't coach. He brings energy to this whole offense. He brings energy to the whole room. And to just have a player like that who can go out and bust out a 97-yard touchdown like that, like it's nothing, it's huge.
And being the Energizer Bunny for the Irish has given the Notre Dame offense a jolt of life.
I have to be that spark for my teammates. I have to be the one who comes in and gets everyone hyped. That's why they call me the Juice Man. I have to be able to keep them going, keep them rallied up. Have to keep them just on their toes. We can't never settle for less. We always got to want more.
That Juice nickname actually originated for Williams back in high school in Orlando, Florida, at West Orange High. His head coach, Bob Head, gave Williams the Juice nickname, and it stuck here at Notre Dame. Clearly, he's making an impact for the Irish. Alex, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thanks a lot. Well, there's still a lot.
Back on the countdown, Mark rejoins us. It's time for the Four Winds Casino. What to watch for? We start with our Irish keys to the game, Mr. Wilcox.
My key to the game for this one is dominate the line of scrimmage, and that goes both ways, offense and defense. Offensively, if they can dominate the line of scrimmage, get a good running game going with Dexter Williams, makes everything a whole lot easier. And then on defense, this is a Pitt team that can run the ball pretty well. I need to see the Irish defensive line step up and shut down that Panther running game.
The key to the game for the Irish is just to don't let Pitt think that they're in it. Don't let give them any momentum whatsoever, because if they get that little bit of hope, they can carry that possibly for a victory.
To build on that, I say a quick start is quintessential for the Irish, because you cannot spell capitulate without Pitt, and they will capitulate at some point today. X factors. Alex, who did you pick?
Well, going off of my key to the game, dominate the line of scrimmage, I'm going with Jerry Tillery. He's going to be a key reason if they are able to control that line of scrimmage. He's not only a big run stopper, but as we mentioned, he's got 7 sacks on the season, so he can do it all.
I'll go with the linebacker, Tavon Coney. He stepped up big in a bunch of games this season. Michigan, he had the fumble recovery, and then Stanford, he had the interception. I'm expecting he's going to make a big play late today.
I like linebackers. I'm going to go with Drew Tranquill. He will tranquilize the Panthers today. We are back with some of the pregame ceremonies here in the stadium and our game predictions in 90 seconds here on the countdown. Also prediction time here on Countdown to kick off, as those 4 T-38 Air Force Talons go overhead. Let's start off with Alex Wilcox.
I think it's going to be a big day for the offense today. I'm predicting 42-20. Notre Dame improves to 7-0 on the season.
The Irish offense has been rolling with Ian Book. I don't expect anything to change. Irish win 48-24.
Pat Narduzzi has pulled upsets. He's done it against Clemson. He's done it against Miami. He's not doing it this afternoon. 45-14, Notre Dame will win this one, and you can watch it live right here on Channel 16. In fact, let's send it on up. Mike Tirico and Doug Flutie, their coverage for the Irish and the Panthers. Alex and I are back here right after the game with highlights and analysis on News Center 16.